I am the knight. I am...
Blind man! Really? In this day and age, where every superhero's race, gender, and ethnicity has been called into question and subject to revision, how come no one brings this up in such a vehement degree? How come this guy isn't called Batman and this guy isn't called Daredevil? Think about that!
I am Batman. I am Batman.
Shut the hell up, McGinnis. No one's talking about you right now. I'll get to your burial in another episode. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Batman. The real Batman, as proven by this picture, because I am legally blind. Bruce Wayne is an imposter and a thief. In my eyes, although my eyes are not that good, he is still an imposter and a thief. Because I'm blind, and I am the Batman. But all jokes aside, welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen, to the review of arguably the most influential piece of American animation in recent history that has nothing to do with Disney or comedy. So influential that even the 2022 Batman movie is quoting Kevin Conroy in its trailer.
I am vengeance. I'm vengeance.
And yes, we all know that this goes back to Michael Keaton and Tim Burton's Batman. Ever since Batman has gotten the darker theme, he has gotten much more popular and relevant. But what Batman the Animated Series has done is follow up on two incredibly influential movies of perhaps one of the greatest American comic superheroes of all time. And just to emphasize how great this cartoon was, the 1991 Batman the Animated Series is what I'm talking about. Even the animation style is something that allowed for varied facial expressions, something that unfortunately got lost in the later cartoons. Take this, for example.
I can call for help.
This is from Batman Death in the Family, where Bruce Wayne dies.
Listen, promise me you won't kill Joker for killing me. Protecting Gotham, helping others, healed me. I want that for you because I love you, son. I know the anger, the pain you have inside. Killing him won't end that pain. You have to be strong. Use this pain to be strong, son. For your family, Barbara and Dick. For Joker.
Bruce,
promise you'll be strong.
Really, you have very good voice acting by Bruce Greenwood, delivering emotional final words to Jason Todd. You have great music to amplify this significant moment, the death of Batman. And the animation around this is so stiff. Honestly, for me, this stiff animation is what killed this very scene. This creativity was also displayed in how it was seen in the cartoon itself in terms of mannerisms. For example, take a look at this. This is the debut episode of the
They're gonna
Joker.
spoil my Christmas. What's the matter? Can't they figure anything out? Time's up. I'm rubbing everybody out at midnight. But wait! We have another present to open. Let's not keep Mommy Lawful waiting.
Something even as simple as delivering a message to Batman and Robin whilst they're trying to pinpoint the location of the Joker. It is still done with some artistic flair, and this is even seen in the lighting. Take a look at this.
What? Compare me to Batman?
You see there? Just take a look at that again. It starts off with someone sitting on a couch with just the eyes visible. And then when Joker reveals
Compare
himself,
me to
one
Batman?
side of his face is still dark. That is some brilliant animation style and even light work that is unfortunately missing from the later cartoons. And we also get to see this with other villains as well, such as Two-Face, such as Clayface, and even the Clock King. And speaking of rogues galleries and villains, in my opinion, Batman, the animated series, has arguably the greatest rogues gallery in comic book and animation history, especially when it comes to cartoon adaptations from comic books, at least in American comic history. You have the Clock King, Poison Ivy, Clayface, Two-Face, Baby Doll, Killer Croc, Ra's al Ghul. Even Ra's al Ghul has some good moments. Catwoman, you name it. And all of them have very distinct personalities and complexities to them. However, if there is something I will criticize here, one villain who I feel could have been built upon or developed a bit more, it is Red Claw. Because I felt that she has a lot of potential instead of just being portrayed as a non-American international terrorist. But perhaps the greatest villain of them all, the most legendary of Batman's foes, is the Joker. And this Joker, this Mark Hamill Joker, is so iconic that it has been imitated even recently. Even the movie Batman, The Killing Joke, review coming soon. Mark Hamill, not the other Jokers, Mark Hamill was brought back to reprise the role of the Joker along with Kevin Conroy as Batman. He is so legendary that even the Joker from Mortal Kombat 11's DLC pack has a resemblance to Mark Hamill. Take a look.
The cowl is familiar, but I'm blanking on the face.
I hear you do impressions.
Unlucky. I am no cheap vaudevillian.
It takes a lot of money to look this cheap.
Hellfire awaits, Joker.
As it should for the master of sick burns. My congratulations to the bride.
You know about me and Takeda?
Pain makes your fiancé very chatty. Everywhere I go, there's a speedster.
My apologies for boring you.
None needed. You'll be dead in a flash.
You spit on everything the Shaolin stand for.
Thank goodness. I was worried I'd miss something.
You see that? You see the similarities? It is obviously an homage to none other than Mark Hamill. And just as a side note, I did not start watching Batman the Animated Series until earlier this year, earlier 2021. Before this, I saw the Batman Christian Bale movies. I saw the Batman Michael Keaton movies. After watching those, I watched this animated series. Even the Joker movie, I've seen that before watching this. And Mark Hamill's Joker is so iconic that even when episodes don't focus on the Joker whenever he has a cameo, it is a cameo that is well delivered. Take a look at this. This is an episode where Bruce Wayne, as the Batman, is actually looking for the Scarecrow in Arkham Asylum.
The cowl is familiar, but I'm blanking on the face.
No! Don't go in! Don't do it! No! Don't!
Wait!
Professor Crane.
And who can forget this?
Boy, did you get a wrong number. Leave your message at the sound of the shriek. No, please, don't!
But it's not like Batman, the animated series, only had good episodes. I mean, for instance, there's an episode called Showdown where it almost has nothing to do with the Batman. And the entire plot is just to reveal that Ra's al Ghul has an old son. But there is one episode that I take exception with, and that is the episode that introduces Scott Steiner. I mean, Steiner Line! Hurricane Run!
It's a Frankensteiner caught the Frankensteiner.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry. My bad. My bad, sir. Mr. Steiner. You're right. Frankensteiner! That's right. Because in Gotham, even your eyeballs have muscles. And that is one of the biggest problems of this episode. Bane is built as someone who is outwitting the Batman and even being a physical superior to Batman, and this is how they grip his defeat? I mean, look at it. Only the top part of his body, only his torso gets bigger with the venom. And to be honest, it sounds painful. Have another look at it.
Drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs.
Really? This is how you're gonna do Bane? And you have a milkshake drinking straw fixed to the back of his head? I know Bane was perhaps written in 1993 as it is, the comic, if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't mean you have to follow each and everything of the comic, even if it is done so poorly. And I am coming at this after watching Tom Hardy's Bane. This is how you're gonna do Bane? Okay, my bad. It could have been worse. But even when it comes to seasons like season 4 that a lot of people consider hit or miss, there are still good episodes. Take this for instance. You have Joker's Millions, where they even find a way to creatively introduce the title of the episode. And it's all a silly idea. Joker versus the IRS. But still, they found a way to make it funny and yet sadistic at the same time in Joker style.
Whoa! Drown the kids and shoot the neighbors. We've got a winner.
Oh, thank you, Mr. G. I promise I'll be the best Harley ever.
That's right. That is how Joker celebrates finding a winner. But they did end season 4 with a fantastic episode called Judgment Day, where the outcome is that we find that Two-Face has developed a third personality called the Judge. And this Judge is actually after all the people who have colluded with Two-Face in committing such heinous crimes. And the final person was Two-Face himself. Brilliant episode, if you ask me. But see, this is what makes Batman, the animated series, such a great series. So great that it has never been replicated, at least to my knowledge. It mixes action with intrigue, with detective work, with tragedy, with deep character development, even with romance, with hope, in such a unique blend that people have been trying to recapture it ever since. But for some reason, they have not recaptured it entirely. And on top of that, you have such legendary episodes like Over the Edge, Two-Face Part 1 and 2, Heart of Ice, Birds of a Feather, Feet of Clay. The list goes on and on. But personally, my favorite is actually Perchance to Dream, because I feel that although there are many episodes in the entire series that can actually be stretched to make an entire good movie out of it, I think Perchance to Dream, if written properly and if handled with care, can actually make one of the best Batman movies. But to top it all off, as if it could be topped even more, one of the best aspects about Batman, the animated series, is Batman, the Dark Knight himself. This is because he is not perfect. He is far from perfect. He is trying to do things his own way. And many can argue that not only does he help create some of the villains, which actually I argue against. In fact, the trial episode made a good point of this, but there are some logical errors in that. But the way he does things, some can say that the Batman actually denies victims of crime their retribution against their criminals, all because Batman has to do things his way. And we see this. It is tiring. It is never ending.
Master Bruce? Are you all right, sir?
I'm tired, Alfred.
Well, I shouldn't wonder. You've taken no meals today. I can't recall when you last slept.
A weary body can be dealt with, but a weary spirit, that's something else. Sometimes, old friend, I wonder if I'm really doing any good out there.
He even has to live with the guilt of not being able to save the people he cares about.
Harvey, please, let me help you.
You saw what was happening. You knew something was terribly wrong with me. I thought you were my friend. You should have been able to help me, but you didn't. Now look at me!
But I tried, Harvey.
Harvey! Why couldn't you couldn't you save us, son?
But does he let it break him? No. He carries on doing what he thinks is right. Helping people, saving the people of Gotham City. Does this make him morally selfish? Absolutely. And more on this in the review of Batman Under the Red Hood coming soon as well. But without this, he would not be Batman, the Dark Knight. And just to digress, this lack of maturity and this lack of sensibility is exactly why I cannot stand the comical version of Spider-Man. The reason I don't like Spider-Man is because of Spider-Man himself, not because of the story, not because of the villains. The villains are great. They are very cool, not because of their convictions. It is because of Spider-Man, especially when he acts like a young teenager who just found out that he has superpowers and is somehow on 2 cans of Red Bull simultaneously and doesn't know how to think straight. Compare this to Batman. Batman has a lot more intelligence, is a lot more calm and collected, and generally will have to maneuver and devise a way to best his opponent. This is why in Infinity War, I actually started cheering when Thanos, I believe, snapped Spider-Man out of existence. And this is one of the reasons why I really, really liked Spider-Man No Way Home. Review also coming shortly. But that is the end of my short review of Batman the Animated Series. I don't believe I have said anything that has never been said before. So that is why I just thought I would give my 2 cents. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons. I am trying to grow this channel, and all your support will be deeply appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the Batman Beyond review.